I got tropes, dude. Like
You got some tropes? You
I got
back on
some
the tropes this
tropes.
week?
I got a couple tropes, dude.
Wow, I
I
like that.
I didn't even have really a trope last time. It was kind of a trope, but it was more of like it wasn't supposed to be time travel movies. It was just when movies incorporate time travel for no reason, you
Oh,
know?
he's giving up his
as a
material.
story element. I can't. This is not indicative of a bad movie per se, but like the type of movies that I cannot stand, like even if it's a good movie, I just can't do it, is like movies where the whole plot is that bad things are happening to them, right? Where it's just one thing after another. Isn't it
Mm-hmm.
funny how many obstacles are in this guy's way? It's like,
Meet the Parents.
no, it's not. You know, it like a Rat Race. Remember that movie?
Dude, Rat Race is great.
Rat Race is a classic. Hey,
I
Rat
love
Race is a
Rat Race.
classic.
We watched Without a Paddle, like that, right?
Dude.
Mm.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Danny
I mean,
just had it on the other day.
It's coming out. I mean, it's like the first thing on Netflix under comedy.
Oh.
So I think
two
that's
Seth
it.
Green movies.
They get ambitious with those genres.
Comedy, action.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, boy.
Without a Paddle actually had a couple funny parts that I was like,
No,
oh, that was
Without a Paddle's
actually
pretty
somewhat
funny.
smart.
Like,
The
I
rest
like
of it
Without
is
a yeah.
Dax
It's
Shepard.
Yeah.
Just why?
They were working him out. They were trying to see if he could cross over from. He started out on fucking Punk'd.
Well,
He was like Ashton's little assistant.
He has a quote from that Chips movie that I guess was all him, where he's like, you know, it was one of the rare times that I could incorporate my two passions, comedy and motorcycles. And it's like, well, this movie has neither of those. So
that's a bad time to give up the two things that are
the only two things this guy knows about doing in movies.
Dude, Seth Green's tiny.
Yeah.
That's what I got from Without a Paddle.
Remember when we
tiny.
Remember when we went to the Conan taping and the guest was
Elijah Wood?
How tiny he was.
Next to that
short.
monster, massive chick. What was every time she's in a movie, I'm always like, hey, we saw her from Talladega Nights. The
on Conan?
The wife.
Yeah, her name is like not Molly Sims. It's something like that.
No idea.
Leslie Bibb. We saw her in Conan and was like, whoa.
Yeah, I applied, I guess, to go on Conan O'Brien, and I got 4 seats. And it was me, Tyler, Ryan, and we couldn't find a 4th person, so we got our good buddy Jim Beam as the 4th ticket.
Yeah, Jim Beam took the 4th ticket for sure. He took the seat.
Oh yeah.
I bring him everywhere with me, you know.
Oh my
good
God.
buddy of mine.
That was perfectly queued up.
I forgot you guys had that.
Yeah, you know, who knew? Lip tattoo lasts for, 9 years.
That should have been incorporated into your guys' wedding pictures.
Mine's terrible. I had mine done twice, and it still came out terrible.
I mean, that's a tough spot, I feel like. And foot tattoos come off too.
Sucks,
but lips definitely come off.
We went and did it, obviously, in college, and got it done and went out drinking that night. Next day, 4 of us that went and did it, it was gone, like full erased. And we were like, well,
from the alcohol?
Yeah, just from boozing and drinking.
Crazy.
So we went back to the guy and we're like, hey man, it didn't stay. So can you touch it up?
Was it a henna? Can you touch it up? There's nothing.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Basically, ask him to redo the tattoo.
Yeah.
Just touch it up a little bit.
Free.
And the
I
guy
got my. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, that was basically the story. Yeah.
I was just gonna say I got mine done in the era of Guitar Hero 3. So when I'm playing, I'm just like.
Oh.
And then just like literally the next time I went back to go get another one, I was like, "Can you touch it up?" And I still messed it up. It's still trash.
Well, he was like, I don't want to have to do this again. So he like pushed super hard, and actually it hurt pretty hard.
Came out the other side.
No, he was really pushing deep, and then now it's there forever. Like it hasn't faded at all. Like it's as dark as it was the day.
You wanted a squiggly line guy, right?
It's crazy how detached
Kermit
they
the
are.
Frog.
Like the ladies that were piercing Theo's ears, that she's like 3 months old. They do not care. Like they're nice for sure, but they're not. There's no love lost on like the.
Like, it's a baby.
Yeah. Boom.
Hold her.
We got another bad kid crying over here.
What is your problem?
They
post you on their Instagram without telling you. And you're like, hey, man, I didn't give consent for that. I'm going to need all the cash you got in the register.
Make this go away.
What are you doing?
You're robbing us now?
Casual robbery.
Yeah, just whatever you got in your pockets.
We're going to make this go away real nice and quiet.
Using your hand.
Well, can you not like the picture?
I'll do it
on Instagram.
Just cowboying your way out of the room.
Don't make me do this.
Oh my god! Start gagging on your fingers.
Don't let him do it. He'll do it.
Okay, here's $20. All right, thank you. All right, I'll see you.
Just walk
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Well, I definitely wanted to bring something up from a couple of episodes ago when I said that Men in Black and Independence Day were the only Will Smith movies worth a shit.
You took them both off the list?
I took Independence Day off the list. No, but then I actually rewatched Independence Day like a week ago, maybe, and it is bad. It is really bad.
Dude, it's a Roland Emmerich movie. That's all you need to know. That's Day After Tomorrow, Independence Day.
I just remember liking it.
White House, Down.
I guess I haven't seen it in a long time.
But, it's disaster porn. It's crazy guy. It's a guy who has a fetish for blowing up the White House, right? Like that's his thing. He's done it in multiple movies. Like, there's always a divorced dad.
I just wanted to.
Dad's a hero.
I just wanted to
get back with his son.
Wipe that of all the memory of me saying it was worth the shit. I just want to put that on record.
Do you not remember Day After Tomorrow? They're running from the cold.
Yeah.
Hey, we've all been there.
Keep warm. Gotta keep the blood flow.
We've all been there in cold California, running from the cold.
But you can imagine what it would have been like.
What? We got a crazy guy.
I don't know.
All right, show hands. Who's seen Hollow Man?
Oh, dude, I saw it in the theaters when it came out. Like
Tyler, have you ever seen it?
I did a Cliff Notes version this week.
Kevin Bacon, dude.
Yeah, I watched like some summaries and reviews. I didn't actually watch the movie.
Read the wiki.
How were they?
I looked into
were they slightly perturbed or severely alarmed with it being a rape fantasy movie?
Well, it is a full rape fantasy.
First of all, there wasn't as many reviews as I thought there was going to be. I was expecting I was expecting a big library of them, and some people were trying to claim the movie was good. That was the other tough part, was finding a review that was saying it was bad. I was like, okay, tell me about the bad stuff.
What did they like about it?
The special effects. That's like the only
the
thing that you can even say about it.
To be fair,
there was no
it is
story
pretty good.
breakdown.
I if there and anything beyond that, I will fight it to the death. But the effects, I was thinking that I was like, this CGI is pretty freaking good with like the fake ape.
Yeah,
the gorilla.
The gorilla.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is pretty decent. It looked like somebody actually put some effort into this, like because it was digital, but that's it.
Now I'm starting to laugh at it's every director's fantasy what movie he's doing. Like, not only the first guy who's got like blowing up the White House, this guy's like, what would I do if I was an invisible man?
Well, you know,
like a movie about
Cam, you know who it is. It's
first off
that Verhoeven.
Oh,
Verhoeven. He is like a sex pervert. He has a lot of movies that are like sexual.
Well, Basic Instinct.
Starship Troopers. We just keep talking about his shit.
No, then I won't hate on him.
RoboCop, the most sexual movie of them all.
No, you can. I am mixing my violence with sexuality. It's a guy.
So first off, I'm
Chain.
gonna strangle my boss in the pool.
You have the right to an
Yeah.
attorney. You're reading Miranda to a corpse.
And my boss is Carmen Electra. And so now that she's dead, I figure.
All right, here's the plan. We get the hottest chick in Hollywood.
Squeeze her tits.
Hey, do you want to try some of this with the actors?
Well,
Nah, maybe we won't do this scene after.
Nah.
for
I don't
Hoven,
know.
the
One
cameras
take.
aren't even running.
All
The scene
right.
didn't really go
Yeah.
the way I thought it was going to go.
We're
so-
auditioning for the female lead.
In a green suit.
Are there
In a
lines?
green suit. All right, this
Why is
looking
this
good
CGI?
Yeah. Is there lines for me to read?
Why are you just like
Why?
RoboCop? This is Starship Troopers.
Why is the boom guy on the camera? It's not even recording. It's just a kid.
With like a
paid-
high
He
8.
paid me $50.
No, that's honestly like, because I texted you guys being like, hey, I'm watching Hollow Man right now, like, and Kyle, of course, like, what the fuck? So I didn't know what you were talking about, because at the beginning when you're like, oh, it's fucking weird rape scenes, and I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, are we talking about different movies? Because this is just like Kevin Bacon trying to be cool guy and listening to edgelord music on his way in. You're like, this just
Yes,
seems like a
yes.
dry, like science-y, stupid movie, and then it goes off the rails.
Kevin Bacon is not a lead guy.
That's what's
the only thing
hilarious.
the only thing I know him from to be a lead in is Tremors. That's like the only thing. I really can't think of anything
That's
else.
what's fucking hysterical. Is because the whole movie is
Holy-
like predicated
yeah.
upon him being like this ladies man, cool.
He was
guy,
listening to
rock
some
star.
he was listening to some pseudo Nickelback in that scene
Yeah.
where he's driving the truck. Yeah.
royalty-free
Yeah, yeah.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
Penny
Royalty-free.
risk.
Yeah,
He was listening
exactly.
to some Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
On his way to Nordstrom.
Yeah, it seems like a joke on him where it's like they have, what's his name? Charles Bronson.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Oh, that's
In
right.
the-
that is Josh
in the
Brolin,
other
yeah.
lead,
Yeah,
who's like
Brolin's in
obviously
it.
this like traditionally handsome guy, and he's like, "Get out of here, Chucky," or whatever. And you're like, Kevin Bacon,
Fucking
this-
nerd.
yeah, like just look at this nerd, Josh Brolin. What a dork! And he's like dropping his papers with his
Yeah.
glasses. You're like, why didn't you switch roles? Like,
This guy's a
sense.
fucking nerd.
100%. 100%.
Give me some titties.
Brolin would have been better in that
Yeah.
role.
Look
Kevin
at me,
Bacon
man.
weighs,
I'm
like
cool.
$140. He's like got weird parted hair, and you're like, what a ladies man.
Fuck, that guy fucked.
And he's
for sure.
like crudely sexual from the get-go, where he's like grabbing asses and saying crazy
It
shit.
probably would have worked. It probably would have worked if you would just flip the roles. If Josh Brolin was the bad
Yeah.
That's what I'm
guy
saying.
and Kevin Bacon.
It makes no
Oh, is that what you were
sense.
saying the whole time? Oh,
Yeah,
my
I was
bad.
like, dude, he's like the handsome one. It would make sense, and he kind of has more of a dark, like you could see him being the bad guy. Whereas Kevin Bacon, you're just like, this guy's just a big dork. Like, what is this? But it seems like a Kevin Bacon vanity project until he starts fucking raping people.
Yeah.
He probably was like, whoa.
Hey.
But it's just like it doesn't make any sense. It's just like, okay, now I'm invisible. Now I have a violent rage to rape and murder people. Like,
And they
What?
shortened the
Well, no,
rape
they-
scene, but they
what's it
shortened it.
called,
But you know,
bro?
Kevin Bacon fought hard to keep that in the film.
Yeah.
He fought
I
hard.
heard he,
That
I
was-
heard he fought
that
hard
was-
to keep the extended scene.
Rape,
so-
the rape scenes weren't in the script until day 25 of 25.
It was
No, I
something
mean-
He
about.
wrote it in.
No,
we
it
have
was-
these really cool special. Sorry, I didn't mean to-
No, part of the plot, I believe, is that when they like did it on the ape, he had some rage-induced freak out, and that's what turned it back like into not working. So when it was something like when he turned into Hollow Man, he had some sort of heightened terrible
Primal rage?
They should have had the gorilla violently raping the other
Raping.
animals.
Yeah.
Another
Got
scene
ano-
that
got
Kevin
another
Bacon
rape
fought to
problem.
have in there.
With the gorillas feel good ink playing in the background.
Feel good. Burn in it. Feel on a Saturday night.
Jeez. This gorilla's not even invisible.
This scene goes
Half
on for
hour
30
later.
minutes.
Yeah.
This is just bestiality.
30 minutes later.
No,
This is
no,
way
Paul.
better than Kevin Bacon in
No,
Invisible.
Paul, I've
raping
gotten the
people.
dailies from your scenes here. I'm a little confused at the
I think we
bestiality
got a
scene.
mix. I think something got mixed into the edits. No. That's supposed to be there.
Oh, so you got them?
No, you got it.
These scenes were written in Kevin Bacon's handwriting.
Oh, I get it. It's like what's it called? You know, it's like you were trying to make sure I was doing my job and looking at it. Yeah, I caught it. I
Thanks.
caught it.
You got it. I get it. I get it.
A little
What am I
proofreading.
here? You
Yeah,
know,
you make sure I was proofreading it. That
gorilla
30-minute
30 minutes.
gorilla fuck session.
This is penciled
it.
in.
You leave it in the movie or I walk.
They do, Tyler. I think this is what you're getting at. They do a lot of like cutaway, right? Where it's like the sheets
Yeah.
pulled down and then they cut away because they
It's
probably
suggestive.
wanted to keep it PG-13 or whatever this thing was rated. But
They
you're
got
like
the extended scene on YouTube though, if you want to see the whole deal, the whole rape scene.
a green screen man. Like that's honestly, that's exactly what it is. You said it. It's a guy in a green suit going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we get
Yeah,
a
it's just
professional
yeah,
in here?
it's
The
just a chick-
director
it's just a
can't
chick just
do
like-
both.
Like,
I saw some behind the scenes photos with him with green paint all over his face.
He showed up to set. All right, let's go.
My
Well, because you're
favorite
wondering
day.
like why they couldn't get any actresses that you recognize in any way, and then you see the movie and you're like,
And
oh,
then you're
I
like,
got
that's
it.
And
why.
also that guy that looks like Paul Giamatti, but it's not Paul Giamatti.
That is not Paul Giamatti. We thought it was for the first 10 minutes of the movie. I was
Took
like,
me a
damn, there's a
while.
lot of people that I recognize from other things. I've only seen that other guy in The Office.
The chick,
can't.
the main chick is, well, she's in The Boys now, but she was in Cocktails. She was in a bunch of 80s movies, but
That's what you call a fading star.
yeah,
Who's willing to
100%.
be raped by a guy in a green suit. So
No, that was a
Well,
different,
well,
totally random chick in that scene, right? She's
circling
just
back
like
to
the
talking
lady
about
that lived in the apartment across the way.
that's the weirdest thing where you're
Catherine
like,
Zeta-Jones.
I think
These-
you just saw her. Yeah. It
hey,
was a
Catherine,
cameo.
we're gonna need you
Cameo.
for a half day.
Yeah. Here's
It's
what I'm
not
thinking.
the most glamorous role.
I can't pay you in money.
Okay,
I-
tell me about it.
I don't think she had any connection to the plot. I think Kevin Bacon just saw her out the window and was like, yeah.
Zero.
this
And at the
scene is going to
beginning-
skyrocket your career.
Yeah.
Well, and at the
yeah, I'm gonna
beginning,
go over there.
so that was so confusing because at the beginning of the movie they show her like in the window, and you're like, all right, that's weird. It is shot as if like Kevin Bacon is this like loser, impotent incel, right? Because he's at his computer, he looks out the window to this chick changing, and you're like, this guy's beaten off. Okay, I get it. Like, but so you're like, that was weird. What was the whole point of that? They set it up so that when he breaks into somebody's apartment and starts raping people, that like he's like, see, remember that girl from the beginning? And you're like, okay. It still is jarring that he decides I'm raper man now, and that's the movie. And they almost don't acknowledge it, right? Like that's not like a bad thing. They're just like, you know what, invisible dudes do what invisible dudes do. Am I right?
Hey.
Like,
You do the
didn't
same.
say-
Don't go ahead. You
Yeah.
don't say you want to do the same.
He didn't take any clothes off. He just ran over there naked. He was naked at his apartment. He ran across the street naked.
So who did we buy this script off of? I didn't really know. Some guy in
Chester
the
molester.
coffee shop guy.
He's in my prison pen pal program. He sent this over.
He's in the
He's
step
gonna check
program
this
I've been
out.
taking.
You write to inmates, they really
Trying
need to
to-
connect with people. They're isolated in there, and you know what? They produce good work.
Yeah,
Look at
they
this.
put good stuff in there. Hey,
It was-
can we go
it was
back
Kevin
to
Bacon
the
with a
30
fake
minutes of the
mustache.
gorilla rape scene?
I noticed that you only trimmed the rape scene if the gorilla down to 30 seconds. Was that the studio?
I could cut something else out.
Well, test screen
I
audiences.
really, really like to
It
keep
came
this.
out poorly. We're gonna keep it in there anyway.
What did I say? Or I
It's
walked.
testing poorly with the audience.
Very,
A lot of people
very
confused.
poorly.
A lot of people
Very
confused.
poorly. I've never seen so many people walk out of a free screening.
In the suggestion box, there's quite a handful of notes that say,
They brought their own paper.
can,
They seem-
can the gorilla scene be cut?
And the answer is no.
And the answer is no. And this
no.
is where I have to stick to my
millionth
vision.
time, no.
Put my foot down and know when the
In 20
professionals
years,
are right.
In 20 years, they're gonna say this guy's Vincent Van Gogh. You know,
They're gonna know what holds up over time.
they're gonna be calling me Francis Coppola. You know,
They're going to be putting me up there with the greats.
They're gonna be calling me Francis Gropola.
And we're calling this movie Meet Joe Hung. And Meet is M-E-A-T.
A totally different movie now.
Mighty Joe.
You know, Kevin, you're invisible. You don't even need to be
You're
here. Okay?
combining Mighty Joe Black with Mighty Joe.
Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black and Mighty Joe Young. Not the same movie.
Oh, it's the
Quite
same movie,
different.
baby.
Quite different.
It's the same movie.
Mighty Joe Hung and Meet Joe,
Joe
Black.
Hung.
Meet Joe Hung.
You guys didn't see that movie?
It has an ape. That's all you need to
Oh
know.
my god.
Basically the same three movies.
It's a coming on face tale.
Is this still the movie about the guy who goes invisible?
It hasn't been about that for quite some time.
To the
We've
Brad
moved
Pitt
on.
gorilla flick.
We've evolved our script to reflect more bestiality, less human interaction. Those are the notes.
People are gonna want to see this more from Kevin Bacon.
Hey, we were all spitballing those ideas. Nobody was. That was just you. We all denied we didn't want
Hey,
that.
don't put this all on me. We were all
Just-
saying we wanted
Just has
it.
a Walkman on it, a blind piece of paper.
And Kevin Bacon has been fired and replaced by the gorilla.
From Mighty Joe Young
Meet Joe
From
Hung.
me,
and Brad Pitt for some reason. Get him over from Meet Joe Black.
And
It's on the
everybody who
same
sees
lot.
it, everybody who sees it just goes out in the street like that scene, and Brad Pitt just gets hit by the two cars.
What is Mighty Joe Black? What is Mighty Joe Black? I don't think I ever saw it. It was one of those blockbuster movies.
I
It
think
was like
it was like
in
a,
the
he
front,
was an
and you're like,
angel.
what
I
the
think he was
fuck
like
He
is
was
that?
an alien. He was an
angel?
alien.
Oh, it was an alien. I thought it was like
I
an
think he
angel
was an
or-
alien, and
It was like right when he gets hit by the cars, he gets abducted or possessed by another being or something like that. Anthony Hopkins is in it. That's
it's supposed to be really good. I've been
Not all I
meaning to
can
actually
remember.
watch it.
I thought it was
but-
a fly fishing movie.
yes. As soon as Brad
What am I
Pitt-
thinking of?
I think you're thinking of. I couldn't come up.
A
with
river
it.
another
runs
script,
through it?
another script that got adjusted, and they
Yeah.
ruined the whole thing.
I think you're thinking of Meet Joe Hung, the Fly Fisher.
No, there was like two movies that felt like the exact same movie. That was like, or at least from like the trailer and the way the box looked in VHS, it was like the Meet Joe Black and then like the Legend of Bagger Vance were like the same movie.
It was like the same
Cover.
font. Yeah,
Well,
the
it
same
has like
font.
that glowing.
Am I crazy?
It has that glowing sepia ray coming out.
Yeah,
from behind
that's
the
what I
dude.
think. That's what I think I'm thinking of, unless I've just gone completely crazy,
Being
which is
John
very
Malkovich
possible.
and Meet Joe Black.
Being John Malkovich was the head with the little window in the back, right? Or am I
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of something?
Yeah,
Yeah, because when they go through that, they become John Malkovich.
That's a
It's like
great
a
movie.
portal.
I like that
Yeah, it
movie a
is.
lot.
Well,
It's a
that's
good
Spike
movie.
Jones. Spike Jones, wrote by Charlie Kaufman. And
Oh, say your guy.
there you
Your
go.
guy, frequent Jim Carrey collaborator.
Yeah,
We're getting way too deep inside
yeah,
baseball
there we go.
now.
Let's
Anytime we
let's go
into-
back. Let's go back to gorilla rape scene. Okay, so here's my idea. All right, we drop the CGI and we get a real raping gorilla. What do you guys think?
we could fit it in the
You
budget.
could find it. I bet you could find it. I've seen plenty of E-Bombs World videos with just
Oh.
that.
Oh,
Plenty.
Is that
I've
still
seen 'em
around?
all.
E-Bombs World, remember that?
Yeah.
is
no,
that
it's
still
still
a
a
site? I
website.
hope it
Oh my
is.
god! Hey, if you want to bring up E-Bombs World, I got something super hilarious. Is I was telling Cam is we obviously what I relate to E-Bombs World is we used to watch the GI Joe PSAs that were super like we used to just quote them all the time, and then like I haven't thought about them in years, haven't watched them or anything, and then just like came across them. And I was dying laughing, and I sent Cam the compilation of them, and then like a couple of days later, I'm reading about Tim Heidecker from however his last name is, from Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
and he's associated with a guy that I'm also familiar with, DJ Doug Pound. And I was looking up him and his buddy are the guys who made the GI Joe PSAs. I was like, what the hell? Like, I haven't even thought about this or watched this in forever. I just watched it, and then a couple of days later, I just found out that he was the one who made it. Like, I don't know, my mind.
Wait, what are GI Joe PSAs?
Tyler, are you familiar with that?
Vaguely.
It's the old cartoon PSAs that GI Joe used to put out that were like, don't talk to strangers or blah blah blah. It was always a GI Joe.
Yeah, if there's like a fire in your house, like
there's like a positive message on the actual ones. Yeah.
But they dubbed over it.
Them.
Yeah,
they dubbed over them, and they're so dumb. But the funniest thing ever. And we used to quote them nonstop.
Yeah, it's early.
You gotta watch them.
They're
really hilarious.
That's some high school shit. That's some like shit
from
high school for sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
A long time ago.
I never fucked with GI Joe.
E-Bombs World.
I only messed with Stretch
really...
Armstrong.
Oh, Stretch Armstrong was so sick. So sick.
Best toy.
Hey,
and then the Street Sharks. Remember Street Sharks?
Dude.
Street Sharks were so sick.
Street Sharks were fire. I used to get them.
So all the episodes are on YouTube. I got in a Street Sharks mood the other day. They hold up. And when I mean other day, I mean like last year. But yeah, they're all on YouTube. My guess is the rights fucking lapsed or something. Because I was like, are they going to have Street Sharks on Disney Plus? Google was like, what is Street Sharks? But yeah, you can find them on YouTube.
All the hockey kids probably love Street Sharks, huh? Because they rollerbladed.
Yep, dude. Well, it's a formula, dude. Like, I don't know what it is about humans, I guess, where you want to identify with a color or person or whatever. And Street Sharks was no different, right? Because it was like
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, perfect example.
My brain
I'm Raphael.
Yeah,
where it's like I'm the red guy or I'm the green guy or whatever.
Or sports in general.
Yeah, like it just works like that. And Street Sharks was no different, where it's like you had the Hammerhead, you had the my guy was always, I think, the Great White because he roller skated.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy like skateboarded.
Like the smaller Mako guy.
Oh, they didn't all roller. They didn't all roller.
I thought they all had different mobile, but you could be
right. I thought they all played
hockey. Some of them had sneakers, I think.
One of them was in a wheelchair, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
That would be if it made Street Sharks today.
That's a very popular one.
If you didn't love Street Sharks before, the characters' names are Ripster, Big Slamoo.
Oh, yeah. We can all relate.
Street X. I don't even know how you say that. Street
X? Street X? Dude, have you ever come across Street X before? Dude, you bought it on 3rd Street. You left your jaw on 1st Street.
Street X.
What was his name? The Big Slamoo?
The Big Slamoo.
Dude,
was it a killer whale? Like, did they add that in with Street Sharks?
Dude, that is fucking hard.
Yeah, Ripster looks like a killer whale.
He's a ripster.
Big Slamoo looks like something way different. than Streaks.
It's a shark, I swear.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Wait, there was only 3? Oh, no, Jab.
I love that because it's named after Shamu, but Shamu's a whale.
Is it not a whale? Is it? I thought it'd be like a killer whale or something like that.
Yeah, I know my shit. So Big
Slamoo.
Street
whales? There's street whales?
Big Slamoo is the strongest and youngest of the 4. He is a football player in high school. He uses a skateboard. When transformed into Big Slamoo, he becomes a whale shark. Whale shark, tiger shark, hammerhead shark, and great white shark. So they're scientifically accurate. Don't worry. They actually had a lot of research go into this.
I hate to sound uneducated, but is a whale shark a real thing, or
whale sharks are real?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're big.
They're in Mexico.
And then the fish and all the fish like swim like above them or below them.
Now is a street shark real?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They tried to keep it very scientifically
very
accurate to real street sharks. So you don't get PETA or anybody on your tail about
you don't want to piss them off.
Yeah,
you don't want to piss them off.
You want to make sure that their ally Moby Lick is portrayed accurately.
That's a character in Street Sharks?
Yeah, Moby Lick,
Moby
El
Lick.
Swarto, Manta Man.
Hell yeah.
All right, I need to get this show back up and running.
Yeah.
This needs to be on.
I think I might have
repeat
been
over at
missing
my
something.
house.
I might have been missing something there.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan, are you putting that on for Theo? Get out!
Get the hell out of here! You don't understand. You have to
Can I
be
get a
lead.
minute to myself?
This is my private time.
Big Slammo and me.
Street Sharks. Big Slamoo. I'm
All
a big
I ask
Slamoo
is
guy.
just me and Street Sharks.
Oh, who wouldn't be as that? He sounds like the Michelangelo of the bunch.
Yeah, you can tell that they literally just said,
With a name
okay.
like that.
Yeah, there's no
Ninja
point.
Turtles.
I show Theo the show.
The
He
Sharks.
can't even hold a conversation about the show whatsoever, you know?
She
People just
doesn't
don't
even
get it.
appreciate the subtle nuances of Street Sharks and the differences between Ripster and
I was trying to
Jazz.
tell her
even watch it.
the character arc between Moby Lick, you know?
And Manta Man.
Wait, yeah. Okay, yeah. Streaks was the rollerblader. Then you got one guy on a motorcycle, other guy on a skateboard, and this guy is something. He's the hammerhead guy.
That's something.
This guy does things. Not sure why.
What's the hammerhead's name?
Jab?
Human
Jab.
being
Jab.
eater.
I feel like that could have been a better name for him.
Beth
Missed
Hamilton.
opportunity.
They named the shark Beth Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So my new thing that
Ryan
I
just
like
got
to
up.
do is watching just trailers on HBO Max because I don't have time to watch the whole movie.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
I got time. I got time to be watching the movie.
have you
Do they even play the trailer?
Have you
Netflix
ever-
just plays like a snippet of the movie, and you're like,
No, it's
whoa,
the actual.
okay.
It's the theatrical trailer. It's kind of funny. 'Cause
Oh,
I was
okay.
watching like the Mortal Kombat one. It has the really aggressive voice guy. But have you ever seen a movie called School Times?
Yes,
School Times
Yes.
with Brendan Fraser and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
yes.
I couldn't believe
Yes.
this trailer.
Oh my god!
It
I've
is
never
the
seen
most
it.
Chris
Never heard of this.
ham-fisted. It's crazy how many people are in it. Ben
Chris
Affleck's in it.
O'Donnell.
Yeah. All of
Dude,
them.
literally like anyone who became famous later. I think
Matt
Ethan
Damon, Ben
Ethan Hawke
Affleck.
is in it, maybe,
It-
or
what-
one of
uh,
those
yeah.
guys. No, Josh
What
Hartnett.
year did it come
Wait,
out?
no, 94
90s.
or something, 92.
What's
But
it called?
I couldn't believe it.
School Ties,
School
dude. I
Ties.
mentioned it before. It's Brendan Fraser is the main character, and he's like football star moving from a big town to a like prep school for football or
Boston
whatever.
Prep School.
And
Yeah.
it's very Remember the Titans, but instead of black people, he's Jewish. And so he's hiding that he's Jewish the whole time. And it doesn't really resolve in any way. It just kind of is things happening.
Just
had
had being Jewish.
Everybody puts him on a chair and holds him up.
And that's
They
like
just
nothing
the
really
trailer
happens.
like looked insane, and they kept being like, "He's a Jew." It was just like even Brendan Fraser, the Jewish guy, was like, "Yes, I hid that I'm a Jew." Like he wouldn't even say that I'm Jewish.
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
Well, show your dick then.
I think
show your
it may
dick
have been
then.
Prove
produced.
it.
Pull the dick out.
I think it was
Pull his
produced by
dick
Harvey
out.
Weinstein, so maybe that explains some things.
He was behind it.
I think so, but let me see. I think it was Miramax.
This guy can play ball,
Makes
but I gotta
sense.
see that
This
dick.
guy can't be prom queen unless we see his dick.
Yeah, it felt very weird because maybe I don't know. I guess I wasn't around back then, but
I couldn't
like,
believe the
I
trailer.
gotta see that dick.
like why was it like why did they care? Like he looks.
We should do a watch along of the trailer.
Yeah, pull the trailer.
Dude, it wasn't written by.
No,
It
it's
wasn't
okay.
had anything to
No,
do with
it's-
Harvey Weinstein. It was written by the guy who made Law and Order. So it was written by
Dick Wolf?
Dick Wolf.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Wolf dick.
Yeah, I can't even imagine it having a trailer. Like
Oh,
we're
yeah,
getting
yeah,
flagged
yeah.
for the School Times trailer.
Dick
you
Wolf has
pull it
been
up.
told to show his dick his entire life.
Why I pulled
Pull
this
that
up.
dick out.
Why I pulled this up. Have you seen Something's Gotta Give?
Again,
Whoa,
I
something's
looked.
gotta give.
I looked into some background information
She's my
about that
something's
movie.
gotta give.
It's they, for whatever reason, I feel like there was this era where they just made a bunch of movies for old people. Like where the point of
She's
the
my
movie was like,
something's
I'm
gotta
old.
give.
Yeah,
She's my something's gotta give.
I just got that song out of my head. Just
It's going along like one of these old guy fantasies where Jack Nicholson is just pulling
Amanda
freaking
Peet.
Amanda
Diane
Peet.
Keaton.
And
Oh,
you're
it's
like,
Amanda Peet. Yeah.
okay, no,
No.
she's like 20 and he's like 100, and so they go back to the Hamptons or whatever, not knowing that her mom's gonna be there, who happens to be more his age, and so hilarity ensues there, and you're like, okay, I think I get the point of this movie, like, whatever.
He's
It's an
gotta
old guy
start calming
fantasy.
down.
Yeah,
and
he's got to start
being with
right
women his
Something's
own
gotta
age.
same
give.
age. But then
Something.
Gotta
out
give.
of absolutely nowhere, they have a full frontal
Diane
old
Keaton.
lady nudity. Which, hey, don't get
Pull
me
it up.
wrong.
So well,
Pull it
Yeah,
up.
pull that up. Pull
I-
that up. Yeah.
Pull it up.
Pull that up.
Flag for more reasons than
Google
No,
images.
this could be wrapped up in a GIF. Like let's make it happen.
Diane Keaton's.
No, I saw Something's Gotta Give in the
Pancake.
theaters. Like I saw that in the full theater
it
experience.
was jarring. Viv and I were both like, whoa! Like, what?
Bestiality and senior nudity. We are playing.
Alright,
the
I'm gonna
hits
pull it up on my
tonight.
phone.
While you're pulling it up, Ryan, actually Something's Gotta Give actually reminded me of a trope that I always kind of wondered about movies, which here we go. You got it? You got it?
I think so.
Like,
Show
like,
it to the camera. Show
don't
it
Is
to
get
it
the
me
the
camera.
full?
wrong.
Is it the full frontal?
So
I mean, she doesn't like spread her
Oh.
legs or anything, but you definitely
No, I
are
meant,
seeing
like,
a front.
Because
front
Amanda
view.
Peet gets naked, right?
Well, she gets
Ooh,
naked.
I
want
wanna
to
see that.
But
They can
no,
never
it's
move.
Diane West.
Is
Diane
it she like
Keaton?
freak
Keaton.
out
Keaton.
or something?
Yeah.
This
anyway,
one?
like there's a there we go. We have to make noise. You have to make noise so the
Like,
Yeah,
don't
it's
get me
camera goes through.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. For a 65-year-old lady or whatever she's going for there, like,
Great. Now
good
I
for
gotta
you.
erase
And
my
she obviously
history.
felt comfortable enough to erase her history. Old lady porn.
Gav's gonna be like, "Why are you looking up?"
Well,
Diane
now you
Keaton.
got to see
Everyone's got a fetish.
Midsummer.
Is that
Oh.
does that have a lot of that in there? I
Ugh.
refused.
Don't see it.
Just from the trailer, I was like, I'm just not interested in like,
Another
cool
one I
teen
saw in
movies.
theaters. I was totally duped, but I was duped by the trailer
It's-
on that one for sure.
It's so gratuitous.
But anyway, like a plot point in Something's Gotta Give is she's a playwright, you know. So it's like when movies write a book or a play or a movie, and it's based on the movie that you're watching, where like maybe something happens to them the whole
Yes.
movie, and then they
Yes.
write the book or
It's
the
like
movie,
cheating.
and then it's the movie that you just watched. It's like, but in the movie, it's super successful and it's the best thing you ever watched. But I'm like, but I'm watching that movie and it's not that great. You know?
Elf, Duplex ends that way. Obviously there's a shit ton of movies where it's like, and we use this whole experience as inspiration for my book, right? Or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Dude, Paramount is absolutely shameless. Let me share my screen for this trailer. Like, dude, these guys, like this movie, it was a joke and terrible back then. It came out freaking 30 years ago.
It's fucking wild.
What is this again? Remind me.
School Ties. So
School Ties.
Look at this shameless description of the movie. Ben Fraser, George of the Jungle,
Brendan
movie
Fraser.
that comes out 10 years after this. Matt Damon, Good Will Hunting. Ben Affleck, also in Good Will Hunting, but apparently Chasing Amy and Shakespeare in Love is more important. And Chris O'Donnell, just Batman Forever.
I can't believe that this is after those movies. I figured this was
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This was way before those movies.
She's my Good Will Hunting.
to shamelessly like make this trailer get some brief ad revenue. They're like, check out all these stars in this movie, right? It's like, yeah, except for none of them were stars.
Crediting movies that aren't even made by Paramount.
From the very first, David Green knew how to fit in.
What the fuck?
He does have an arm. I can't help wondering if we've done the right thing.
Quite the cock on that kid.
He's got a set of nuts on him, I'll tell you.
Never mess with my hair. We judge.
You should see the shower with Matt Damon. He is unrelenting.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of homoerotic stuff in this.
Sounds
horrible.
Show that.
I envy you. Not to live up to anybody else's expectations.
It takes a crazy turn.
Their acceptance of him.
Now you saw my dick. Don't tell anyone. I'm fucking Jewish.
That you?
4 minutes easy.
And their feelings for him.
I think you're so pretty. Thanks for taking care of my girl.
I'm not your girl.
May not survive
Listen.
the truth about him.
Why would the St. Luke's have taken it?
What
They
the
would have rolled a
fuck?
Jew. A Jew? Not even for a championship. People are very
Are you fucking kidding me?
aren't you?
A Jew?
Sometimes we have to be.
Yeah, I couldn't
Turns
believe
out our
it.
golden boy here is a lying, backstabbing Jew.
I mean, look at his
Why did you
dick.
in the first place?
You guys were my friends. I didn't want to be told that I couldn't be a part of it because I was a Jew.
Excuse me, can't you move any faster, please? Step outside. I'll show you how fast. David, come on!
I seem to recall a blessing. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
From
I
Basketball.
wonder how meek they'll be when they do, sir.
You lied to me.
I lied to myself. Maybe
I
we should
just-
go to the head and tell him he can't handle
This movie was made in like the late 90s?
Early 90s.
Oh, 92. Oh, so it was made.
Did they put a Wilhelm scream in the trailer? Did I just hear that?
School ties.
Maybe.
Was like anti-Semitism like super big
That's
in
what
that time?
I'm,
Like that era?
That's what I'm saying. Like it feels like they,
Enough
like,
that it's like
yeah, that's what
You
was so
shunned?
weird. Was like it felt like so fake.
forced.
It was super enforced. Like it was like a lot of horsing around in the locker room for an hour, and then on a dime, like Tyler was saying, it just is like, hey,
Yeah,
it's about Jewish people now.
Yeah, now it's like this
Like,
big
all
anti.
right.
They do the big fucking blanket with the swastika on it above his bed. Like that's fucking crazy.
As
a
they
little
do.
To say how Paramount is shameless, that movie did come out before all of those successful movies, but they're still crediting them for those movies.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just click on this trailer because look at
Yeah.
these names of these actors, and then you look and you're like, oh, they were 18, and
Yeah,
look
it's
nothing
just
like how
fucking
they do.
trash.
So
I think that
Tyler,
was
you
John
didn't
Voight,
actually
by the
watch
way.
the movie. You just watched the trailer.
No, just the trailer. That's my new thing when I'm bored. I got nothing to do, but I don't really have enough time to watch a whole movie. I'll just flip through trailers of
You
old
get it.
movies on HBO
You
Max.
pretty much get it. You
Yeah,
know,
you get it.
I don't think
Yeah,
you need
you
to
got
waste
the
an hour
story.
and a half of your time for school ties.
Hour and a half.
Yeah,
Probably,
no,
it's
good.
probably up in the 2 range.
Yeah, they're
Wonderful.
like, we're gonna go all night on this one.
But of course, I saw those faces on the cover, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, you're like, wow, there's a lot of famous people in here doing absolutely nothing, towel snapping each other.
I couldn't, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. Safe to say.
If you're the smartest one in the room,
You're in the
leave
wrong
that
room.
Get out of that
Dude,
room.
So, okay, will be good.
If your
So-
chick's taking a dump on your bed,
One of our mutual friends decided to start sending the Johnny
Brutal.
Depp Instagram like videos and clips and stuff because of the whole how funny the actual Amber Heard Johnny Depp like thing is. Are
The
you familiar
case.
with this?
yes.
The case.
Yes.
So unfortunately now I'm down the rabbit hole of fucking crazy Johnny Depp like stands on Instagram.
Yeah,
Like,
no. I've been seeing it on
crazy.
YouTube as well.
Nutso, where it's
My
like
algorithm's destroyed right now because of this.
where
drop.
it's like they are adamant and like trying to raise money for his defense, and you're like, you're just some lady. Like,
Yeah.
because it would like one that I found was like an old lady, you know, in their mid 40s, who just changed her page from her personal page into a Justice for Johnny Depp page, so she still has her normal pictures. It's like, dude, you just repurposed your entire life into defending a guy you are never going to meet. You have no idea like what actually happened, and you only know that he was Jack Sparrow, and that is your like baseline for this. Like, it's so creepy and weird. Like, why people are so invested in celebrities on the internet? Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's next level.
It's for our entertainment.
And then, so I was telling Kyle, I'm sure you have seen and can figure out that these guys just become a caricature of themselves. So Johnny Depp, he's perpetually in a movie, right? He's perpetually auditioning for some role where he wears a funny hat. Like, it's so all his responses in court are insane. Like, where they'll be like, so, you know, how much have you lost, you know, due to this relationship with Amber Heard? And he'll be like, well, nothing short of absolutely everything. And you're just like, what are you saying? Like, can you just respond like a normal human being and say, like, yeah, it's.
By the way, I just saw Macbeth. In case you're thinking about making another one, watch these clips. No, they're like, did you drink a mega pint of wine? He's like, a mega pint, and everybody's laughing and stuff like that. And I think they literally,
he's like joking,
like, have to like tell the court to, you know, this is a court. We can't have this isn't a tryout.
Audition. Yeah.
Tryout. Wow, you got the role of creepy weirdo.
You got the role in Tusk 2.
Oh.
Kevin Smith will be by shortly to give you your props package of chopsticks. And,
Tyler just forgot the imagery of Tusk.
I really did, literally, dude. That song and that image was in my head all week, and it's.
Well, welcome back. Hey, Ryan, let's pull up Tusk.
I tried to watch it, guys.
Hell.
She's my best friend's Tusk.
I was like, can we watch Tusk? And she's like,
the sweetest Tusk
too.
The sweetest Tusk.
I ended up watching a full breakdown of the plot as well to kind of understand what the story was.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I couldn't
what
believe it.
What plot? Guy.
There's a script.
Yeah.
Walrus. His name's
What's
Wallace.
Wants to
between
be
that and Hollow Man?
Wallace.
Yeah.
Wallace.